Oh, I legit just woke up. Literally just woke up, and I just felt like, Well, no, actually, I woke up about 30 to 50 minutes ago, but then I just wanted to talk about something real quick. Something that, I've been thinking about for a while. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. So, I'm about to head out for my run, but then today's gonna be easy, very very easy. We're gonna start tapering this week. You know what I mean? So the plan, because I'm also following. Not only am I following my coach's plan when I train them, but I'm following the plan that an AI model set up for me. You know what I mean? Trying to utilize as many amenities as I can to get this thing going. But I want to talk about my tips, basically what you do. I mean, what to do when you've basically taken a break. You know what I mean? I'm a runner, so obviously I taken a long break before this. So it's not as simple as like taking a break and coming back and running. You know what I mean? There's a lot of like mental challenges that go with it. You know what I mean? And I just want to get into it, man. So you come back, and if you into like track or football, any sport or like anything in life, you know what I mean? You get back and you realize that you're not as good or strong or as fast as other kids, right? Or as other peeps, and it really messes with your mentality, man. And bro, first of all, you gotta understand what's going on in order for you to accept it. Let me explain. There's a lot of individuals that get like they kind of get that, okay, I've been on a break. You know what I mean? They kind of get that I'm on a break, but they still have that expectation that, you know what, I've got to be. This is not me. You know what I mean? Like, this is last year I was running like 13, running the 5K in like 13 minutes. Like, I can't even sprint anymore. Like, bro, you gotta really understand that, bro. Depending on how long you've been on that break, it's you gotta understand that, bro. Your body is not a machine, bro. It doesn't save progress. You know what I mean? If you're not progressing in anything, your performance literally declines. If you ever become stagnant in anything, you gotta understand that life is almost like a game. You know what I mean? Life is a game, bro. Anything you do has a compounding effect, bro. So if you don't train, then that's what happens. You know what I mean? If you do train, if you do work on something every single time, it grows. You know what I mean? If you really understand it, if you really understand it. Oh, sorry. Oh shit. If you really understand what's going on with your body and your mental state and your physicality, bro, it becomes easy for you to accept it. You know what I mean? Two, once you accept it, you also gotta start comparing yourself to the other people, bro. Start comparing yourself to the other athletes who've continued. You know what I mean? To the others who've been running. You know what I mean? And also, don't compare yourself to your past self. Stop comparing yourself to your past self too. That's a big one, because your past self was probably fucking peak, bro. Training day in, day out. You know what I mean? Your past self was probably very, 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 very quick. You know what I'm talking about? But you're not in that mental state. You're not in that physical state. You're not. It's not physically possible for you to fucking jump from taking a break to now running as fast as you used to. You know what I mean? You gotta stop. Not only should you stop comparing yourself to the others, but you also gotta stop comparing yourself to yourself, bro. Stop comparing yourself to yourself too. That's all I can say, bro. It's gonna fuck with you. It's gonna fuck with you heavy. And my last tip, probably I think most important tip, a tip that because I'm very competitive, and these are the things I was thinking about yesterday, and I wanted to go through them. The last one, bro. Wait, let me fetch my watch. The last one is probably very important. Very, 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 very important. Very important. And if you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to comment what sport you do. You know what I mean? If you do some sport, comment what sport you do, or the challenges you've been facing this past few months. So that you know what I mean? Like, just comment something below. That tells me that you actually focused. The last one is take your time, but show up. So what I'll do is, okay, after I understood that, okay, I've been on a 10-month break, no running 10 months, and accepted it that, okay, this is something I have to go through, the pain, you know what I mean? After accepting that and not comparing myself to other people, I had to sort of like understand my body and where it's at, right? So like every single week I understand, okay, I'm here now. This is how much of a challenge I can put on, you know what I mean? Because that's how I measure my training. It's how much of a challenge I can put on myself, you know what I mean? So I understand what I'm capable of doing, but I do it all out. You know, last week I challenged myself because I was doing 200 reps, 200 times 15, 200 times 15, doing 215, and I challenged myself. You know what? I'm gonna swing my arms the whole challenge. I mean the whole practice session. It's not easy. It's not an easy feat. Don't, bro. Believe me, it's not an easy feat, bro. Your arms fatigue like crazy. But I understood that, you know what, that is part of the process. It's something that I had to go through in order for me to get at least even a step closer to my goals, you know what I mean? So you gotta understand what your body is capable of. You gotta understand where your body is at currently, but then you gotta give it your all, you know what I mean? Like, if my coach says 200, bro, I have 200, if he says 200 and we're gonna speed, then I make sure that I do that thing like a motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, I go all out, you know. If he says 1,000, then I make sure that I pace that bitch, you know what I mean? So those are the tips I have for you today. I just woke up and just felt like, you know, giving you these tips. If it helped you, then good, you know what I mean? It's probably gonna help you in life. But yeah, let me go do my run, and cheers.